Hello and welcome back to Warrington Basketball. Today we are going to be talking to the directors of Cheshire Raw, a newly formed women's club that's been set up. We're joined with Ludovica and Pharroh. How are you guys? You okay?
Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming on. I'll get us started. Can you guys sort of introduce yourself a little bit? Ludovica, if you want to go first, tell us a bit about your background.
So I'm Ludovica. I'm from Italy. I've been living in the UK for 5 years now. I've been playing most of my life in different countries due to my father's job. I've played for the University of Cheshire for the past 3 years. And then once I graduated, I couldn't find a team. So I am not playing at the moment, hence Cheshire Roar. But yes, so this is a bit of my background.
Perfect. Pharroh, how about yourself?
I'm Pharroh Gordon. I'm from Manchester. I've been playing for a long time. Played for England and stuff growing up. Went to the US on a scholarship. Done a year in Germany, and now I'm currently playing for Cheshire Phoenix.
Cool. So you've set up the Cheshire Raw. Obviously, we've been in touch on the Instagram. Tell us a bit about how that come about and where that was sort of born.
Well, first of all, after I graduated, I couldn't really play for the University of Chester anymore. So I started looking and actively asking clubs around this area, North Wales, if they had a women's team I could join. And everyone was like, oh no, I'm sorry, we don't. But you can still come and play with us for training. But then, I just wanted that kind of team feeling. And other girls that also played for the University of Chester and then graduated and stayed in the area, we all were like, we want to have the opportunity to play. So then slowly we just thought, we should start something and create our own club, because there's no other place. There's no women's basketball played anywhere for a certain age and up. So that's how it started. And then I got in touch with Pharroh, because even though I kind of I know basketball and the techniques, I just needed that extra help, especially with coaching and having contacts within the UK that could help us grow. And then Pharroh came along and we start building from the ground up.
Yeah. Pharroh, what was your involvement? How did you come about getting involved as well?
Like Ludovica said, she approached me initially just to help with like coaching and stuff. But then after not too long, I was kind of helping with like the clerical side of things, and like, recently like writing grants and stuff. So it kind of became more than, and obviously we aren't set up yet to where we're running training sessions. So it kind of became more than just being a coach, to where now I'm helping actually set things up. Initially I was, like I said, I was approached to do the coaching. And what really like drew me to it was, when I was growing up, I had a lot of great influences in my life from really good coaches, and I just kind of wanted to give that back to the next generations. And it just so happened that there is a big gap in the basketball market, if you want to call it that, in this area. Yeah. So it kind of worked out great.
What's the main sort of aim and goal for the club?
Well, we want to introduce basketball to women and young girls in Cheshire, because we believe basketball is not just a sport. From our own experiences to many other basketball players, we truly believe that, basketball puts you in the right path and keeps you there. You don't just learn a discipline, you just don't learn a sport, but life lessons and so much more. The bonds you create with teammates and the coaches, there's a lot more that basketball has to offer, and we think, we could help provide that to young girls and women in Cheshire.
Mm-hmm. And you guys are going to be going from the junior level up, aren't you? It's not just the senior team.
Yeah.
Correct. Sorry.
No, go on. Sorry.
We are currently looking at under 14s, under 18s, and women's. So, and of any abilities and skills, anyone, we just want them to come and play and show them what basketball can do to their lives.
Mm-hmm. Where are you going to be based?
we're going to be based in Chester at the moment, but we have plans to grow. So hopefully after a year, see how Chester is doing, we can approach schools and have partnership with them to set up different teams around the county. So see how we do, and then try to bring basketball all over.
Yeah. I know it's obviously early doors, like Pharroh, you were saying about you've not had your first training session yet, have you really? And you're still sort of setting everything up. But so far, what are the biggest sort of trials and tribulations you've had to go through?
It's really just been, all the like basic stuff we've just had to. It's a lot harder when you're trying to do it yourself. Trying to secure a venue, trying to go about recruiting players when you're a startup. It's not like we have a big name that we can rely on or access to schools or anything like that. So, it's early days so far, and so far I would say it's been relatively smooth. Like I think we've been doing a pretty good job of getting the ball rolling, and Ludovica's been doing a great job of looking into everything that we need to do in terms of like registration and stuff like that. But yeah, I think the biggest ones are kind of just figuring out all the basic stuff, and then securing funding. I think would probably be the biggest one that we have to kind of achieve that we haven't done yet.
Have you managed to? When did you start getting set up? Was it pre-COVID, or is it sort of developed during the lockdown?
It developed during COVID. So I reached out to Pharroh around end of November, I believe. So since then we've been working nonstop. So since November, and with the COVID being locked down, gave us the opportunity to really get organized. So since we're looking to open and be operative around August time, is giving us plenty of time to just make sure everything is ready to just provide the best service we can do. So
why do you both think that the women's side of the game here in the Northwest isn't as popular as it should be?
In my opinion, playing in different countries as well. Greece, for example, it's extremely popular. There's teams of every age. Is in two different towns, like that are 5 minutes away. There's a whole, there is loads. But Italy as well, you tend to lose players as you get along. Lives get in the way. So that's what I've noticed as seeing growing up. There's other challenges here in the UK. I'm not too sure why. There is obviously other sports, like netball is very popular here. So basketball might not be as popular, but then there's a lot of ideologies connected to basketball players, like you have to be tall or fast or something like. So since it's not that popular like it is in the US or different countries, people don't know that you don't need these kind of things to play ball. You just need to want it and show up. So that's my perspective. Yeah, so we have Instagram at the moment and Facebook. Instagram is our main channel just now, but we're looking for getting a website and get the ball rolling with all sorts of social media. I think we should have TikTok as well, because I can see that there is a lot of popularity within the young people. Yeah. So, and that's our main target anyway. So trying to get our head around that. But yeah.
Training wise, I imagine it's probably early doors, isn't it, to start saying when and where you're going to be training. But have you sourced yourself a venue to train out of, or are you still looking?
I'll leave that to Pharroh.
I mean, we have a venue in mind based in Chester. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, just because I'm not very familiar with the area. I literally know like where I live and where we play, and that's about it. But we have a place in mind. We are yet to, like I said before, we're yet to secure funding, but we know like what kind of, obviously we're going to be training like right after school. Well, not right after, but in that after school period, a couple of times a week.
Okay, so for those that are watching, for any of the women that are watching that haven't actually really been down and played basketball, whether they be junior or seniors, what's your advice for them?
My advice for them is to just give it a shot, you know, come down, and it's a new experience, it's an adventure you live. Once you come in and take your first shot, or like, you know, first pass and thing, you get a feeling for it, and you're not going to be able to walk away that easily. It's not just a sport. There is so much more that is added into it. It's a community, it's a family. It's, you know, you become better as an individual, as a team, as a community. So there's a lot basketball has to offer, and we are ready to show you the way.
Pharroh, how what do you think's a good sort of end point for the guys that are watching that want to get down? Anything to add?
I mean, like logistically, we know there's a gap that needs filling. And although, you know, yeah, we're inexperienced and stuff, but me personally, I only have the best intentions when I'm doing this. I just want to, you know, we both want to give back. Basketball's changed both of our lives for the better. And I mean, like Ludovica said, you know, if you've never played before, it doesn't matter. If you're playing regularly and you just haven't got a team, you know, anybody can come down and play with us. You know, we want to give something back, and we feel we can do that. And basketball's been a vehicle through both of our lives, so there's no reason why it can't be for many of the kids in the area.
Well, I speak for everyone at Warrington Basketball. We wish you the very best of luck. We hope to get a few of your teams down playing in our women's leagues that we've got, that will be taking place post-COVID, coming out of COVID. So any of the younger teams, right up to the seniors, we're going to be looking to get your teams involved if you want to get down to Warrington. Thank you very much, guys, for coming on. I'll put in your Instagram handles and the Facebook. And yeah, thanks. Don't be strangers. We'll get you back on soon.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you very much.